So my plan is to untie everything from the frame and then I'm going to dismantle the frame. That's the top half of the frame dismantled. 14mm spanner for that. We need to slacken off the handlebar clamp because I need to swing the handlebar in order to get the rest of the packaging off. There we go. Just to get these up. There. That's the battery acid. And under the seat, set of instructions and assorted fixtures and fittings. There's the battery. So one of the instructions is removing the ATV from the crate, which is it's kind of half done already, never mind. Sure, I can see some fixings there. Got a bag of wheel nuts. Ready? Yeah. Thank you very much. There we go. This is a really substantial axle, and that chain is way bigger than the one I've got on my old 150cc quad bike, which was a cheap Chinese import. So it looks to me like it's really well put together. I'm impressed with that. The next thing it says to do in the instructions is to inflate the front and rear tyres to 5 psi, and I'm quite surprised at that because not everybody is going to have equipment to inflate the tyres. So that's all the tyres pumped up to 5 psi or thereabouts. So the next thing is to actually fix the wheels, and it's saying that the front wheels have a torque of 66 Newton meters or 48 foot-pounds, and the same for the rear wheels. So I'll get a torque wrench out and I'll fix them. And again, the front end looks like it's well put together. Nice to see that whoever's assembled it has marked all the nuts to make sure that they've not moved. That's another sign that it's been put together with a bit of care. You ready? Thank you. Right, so I've actually rolled it off the bottom of the frame, which was pretty difficult but not too bad. I managed it on my own, and I've just realised that I've got the rear wheels on the wrong way round. There's a rotation arrow down there on the wheel, and I need to swap the back wheels round. Right, that's my torque wrench set to 48 foot-pounds. 17mm socket for these. That's okay. That's okay. Right, so I'll do that with all 4 wheels. Right, so that's all the wheels fitted and torqued up. I think the next thing to do is to connect the handlebars properly, so I'll do that now. Right, that's the 4 nuts and bolts tightened up on the handlebars. Now it says to torque them up to 17 foot-pounds. Well, I can't even get the torque wrench in there to do them, so I've just tightened them up and it's nice and solid, so I'm happy with that. The next thing I'm going to do now is to fix the rear brake onto the handlebars. I'll just take this off. I reckon that must be about there, so we'll tighten that up at that. There we go, that's the rear brake fitted. The next thing is to install this instrument cluster, and there's a bolt either side that it fits onto, one there and one on the other side. Push it down and clip it on there. Now that wasn't easy, but it's on. I'll make sure that we've got full travel of the wheel, that's fine, and we've got 2 6mm nuts for that. So I'll tighten them up, and then that's that step finished. I just slid this rubber grommet up the brake pipe and then pushed it into position. So next we've got to install the front bumper shroud. It needs 2 M8 bolts, 20mm long, there in the pack. And also you can see that there's another bolt already fixed on the frame, so there's two bolts, one there and one there on either side. Two are fixed on, they look like they're 6mm, I can't really tell, and then there's an 8mm to go in there, so I'll do that now. Do the other side. So I'm going to have to slacken this off to get the other side on because it's sprung right out, so I'll give myself some room to work with on this side. Yeah, that's done the trick. I've managed to get that started in there, and then I'll put this one on. Yeah, that's good. That means I can tighten all the nuts up now. Right, that's that front bumper bar on. Now at first glance this looks a bit complicated, but it's not really. You just hook these two underneath the fairing at the back, and then it kind of slides up and drops in, and there's two lugs down beside the seat either side, and then there's two lugs here to bolt it onto as well. So it's just going to be a case of lining everything up and then tightening it up. Right, so all the bolts are 8mm, and then there's a set of 6mm nut and bolts, and they're actually the ones that go on the fairing on either side, because an 8mm won't go through there, so I'll put that on. And again, I'm not going to tighten anything up, I'll just put everything on loose so that I can tighten it up once I've got it in position. An 8mm nut either side under here. Now these two centre struts coming down, you need an 8mm nut and bolt for them, one on either side. I've got this side in, I've just got the other side to do. Can't get this side in, I'm going to need a pair of mould grips to pull them both together, I think. There. That's allowed me to get the bolt through. Just get this nut started and then I can tighten everything up. There we go. That's a rack on the back. Right, so that's a quad bike assembled, and it's not easy, but it's not difficult. If you're reasonably handy, you'll manage it. But I reckon you would be better off trying to find someone to give you a hand to put it together. If you're on your own, you can do it, and I reckon if you had a decent jack and you could jack the quad bike up to fit the wheels, then it would be much easier to do it yourself. So all I've got to do now is do a few checks, and then I've got to put the electrolyte in the battery and we should be ready to go. So I'm just going to check the rear brake. That's fine. And the front brake. Yep, they're fine. Brakes are fine. Accelerator cable's fine, there's no issues with that. I've got to check the oil levels, I'll do that now. Right, so I'll put some electrolyte in the battery. You can see that the lights are on there with the ignition. Can't turn them off for some reason. Obviously designed to run with the side lights on. So I've got to pull the brake in, I suppose. Oh, that's good. Forward. Lovely. So that's me finished the assembly. It's manageable, but it's not particularly easy, so I do believe a lot of the companies that sell these provide a service where they'll assemble it for you, and it might be worth thinking about doing that depending on what your skill levels are.